Hi guys, Glow by Jen is here again. Watch me glam this dark skin. First of all, I went in to wipe her face. After properly wiping her face, then I went in to spray her face. This to hydrate her face. Then I went in my moisturizer and I make sure I apply my moisturizer properly all over her face. So this is me taking my time to gradually apply her moisturizer all over her face. Then after properly making sure I used the moisturizer on her face, then I went in to dry her face properly. So next I'll be going in with my primer. So next I went in with my primer. I applied the primer on her T-zones and other parts of her faces, but not under her eyes, and I went in to dry. So next I went in with my sweat block. I'll be tagging the name of the product I use. So I went to my sweat block on the T-zones and other areas, but not under her eyes, and I allow it to dry. So this is me using my Zikiel foundation to her skin color shade to apply properly all over her face. So this is me using my down beauty sponge to blend. So when it comes to blending, you have to take your time and make sure you blend properly so the foundation has to go overly on her face. So after properly blending, I sprayed her face, then I went in with my blush. So I applied my blush and I make sure I use my down beauty sponge to blend very well. So next I went in with my concealer, a shade or two shades lighter than her skin, and make sure I blend very well. I apply on those parts of her face and I make sure I blend. So I went again in to use a lighter shade than the one I used for the concealer and reapply it back. Then I went in with my down beauty sponge and use it to blend. So I first of all use my brush to try the blending first, then before going in with my down beauty sponge. So guys, here I'm Glow by Jenny. If you've not followed my channel, please follow up for more videos. I'll be posting more of my makeup videos on my channel. So I went in with my beauty sponge. After blending back again, then I went in with a powder, a shade or two shades lighter than her skin to blend under her eyes. So after properly blend, I went again to set all over her face before applying the actual powder shade for her face. So I went back again to set under her eyes before I used the actual shade of her powder to apply all over her face, and I make sure it goes round. So next I went with a shade or two shades darker to blend her face too. So next I went in with a shade or two shades darker to contour her nose. After doing my normal face contour, I went in to contour my nose with a shade or two shades darker. Then next I went in with my blush. I went in with my tone palette blush. So I make sure I blend in my blush very well. So after properly blending, I went back again to set her face very well. Then next I went in with my setting powder to set her nose and her face and other parts that I'm supposed to set. So after properly setting her face to avoid drops from the eyes, I went in with my concealer to blend her eyes. I did the same thing the other side of her eyes. Then next I went in with the actual shade I was supposed to use before going with this shade. I did the other side of the camera. So next I went in with my palette to apply this color. So after applying this color, I went in to blend again with the actual color. Then I went again to blend the upper side with a lighter color to blend everything together. So next I went to use my Girlz liner to line her eyes. So if you watch, she has a teary eye, so I had to do it bit by bit. I was trying to be careful so she doesn't tear up. So when I apply, I give her space before I could go again. So guys, if you are intending subscriber, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you're already my subscriber, thank you so much for always engaging and always watching. So guys, I went to apply the Girlz liner again on this other part of the eyes. So next I went in to draw her brows. Sorry, I skipped the part where I put her lashes. On the part of her lashes, I applied my glue before placing her lashes on her eyes. If you didn't get this part, you can also go back to watch some of my videos to also find out ways of placing your lashes. So next I went in with my Girlz liner, the brown color, to draw her brows. I also did the same thing the other side. After this, I'll be going with a concealer, a shade or two shade lighter to line under her eyes, and then use a darker shade on top of her eyes. So I did the same thing the other side. So this is when I went into to press her lashes. So I went again to blend her concealer under her eyes. I blend the other side. I also blend the top. Then I'll be going in with a powder shade, a shade or two shade lighter under her eyes. Then on top of her eyes, I'll be using a darker shade. But first of all, I made sure that the brows were properly drawn and there was no issue, and I made sure I blend very well. So I applied the powders to set under her eyes before I went in to blend everything together. Sorry guys, I lined her lip and also applied the actual lip color off camera. So this is me trying to contour her nose back again, because the nose wasn't popping. I had to contour it back again. So this is me also trying to blend the under her eyes. So after everything, I went back to apply my blush. I went back to check if every other thing was missing before I went in to set all over her face and allow it to dry. So I went in to apply my gloss on her nose, on her lip rather, then and I allow it to blend properly. Then I went in to apply my glitters to allow it pop. So this is the hairstylist trying to blend her work and make sure everything comes out well. So guys, this is what the final look is like. Please, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.